Hello and welcome to the fourth video in this series. Now that you've familiarised yourself with filling out the first three columns, in this video I'm going to teach you how to identify which is what I term your ouch thought or your evocative thought, and to underline that. Then we'll use that to then analyse over the rest of the columns. Now imagine you've hurt yourself. Say you burnt your hand on the stove when you were cooking. That will form its own natural plaster. You'll get a blister. And you may try and help along the healing process. You may spray it with anaesthetics. You may put a dressing on it, especially for burns as well. And most importantly, you'll go around protecting it, holding it, taking care that nothing hurts it. In a similar way, we have wounds inside us which haven't completely healed, or perhaps not healed at all, and we go around protecting those. It's therefore very difficult to find an evocative thought because we know it's going to hurt. So we have to feel around for where that thought is. And in fact, just while making this video, speaking to you, I was imagining a burn just here by my thumb. Now, if I feel around, even though this is a hypothetical burn, I know that I'm avoiding it. I'm trying to look for it over here because I know it's going to hurt if I go over here, although it also means I'm going to find it. So there's some internal conflict going on. I want to find it, but I don't want to find it. So let's take a look at one of my clients. I've named him Adam for this. And we'll have a look at how he's found his evocative thought. So the situation was 1:30 on Tuesday. He was telephoning a customer when the boss walks in. Anxiety is 95% and anger is 60%. His automatic thoughts are, what was in my head before I felt anxious? Why did she have to come in? And there's a rating next to it, so its anxiety is 5%. So that's really important to put the rating of the emotion next to it. Then we've got, what am I afraid of? She will listen carefully to what I say and criticise anything I say wrong. The anxiety for this statement is 30%. What does this say about me? I have failed. Anxiety is 20% for this and anger is 40%. If this is true, what might happen? I will go down in her estimation. Anxiety is 50% and anger is 50%. What does this mean about others? They are out to pick out my failings and are critical. Anxiety is 75% and anger is 75%. What image accompanies this thought? Playing tennis at school with my dad watching. Anxiety is 100% for this and anger is 60%. So the statements with the highest percentage of emotion, they're the evocative thoughts. So we can see here there are actually two evocative thoughts. We have one for anger, that was a 75%, that they're out to pick up my failings. And we have a separate one, that's the image of playing tennis, that was for anxiety 100%. So actually this thought log could be done twice, once using the anger and once using the anxiety. Now Adam went on to work in therapy looking at the similarities and importantly the differences between his relationship between himself and his father and himself and his boss. And he learned to be able to stop himself when he found himself recreating past situations and responding as if it was his father speaking to him rather than his boss. Now, once you have practiced looking for your evocative thought, go on to the next video to see how to fill out the next columns.